Spreading Lionism is the #1 service of Lions. There's now an app for that. We are the world's greatest secret because we only report our service to ourselves. It's time to change that. My name is Lion Daniel Marnie Elkins, and I'm joined here this evening by the executive of Lions Virtual, who will be helping to guide us through this conversation. So just very quickly, one by one, guys, starting with Jody, Winster, Chris, and then Mark, if you could just introduce yourself and let everybody know who you are.
I am Lion Jody Burmester. I usually live in beautiful Madison, Wisconsin. Daniel and I started this whole crazy Lions Virtual 4.5 years ago during COVID, and we're so excited for you to be here tonight as we launch this amazing series of apps. 2 apps that are going to revolutionize how we serve.
Hello everybody, I was the third wheel back then. My name is Lion Windsor from New Jersey, so excited to be with you here tonight and ready for AI.
Hello, I am Lion Chris Wooters from Southern Maryland, D/DC. Joined on to be a part of this, so love to have you guys here. And now to the latest joining. Go ahead, Mark.
I am Lion Mark Mansell from Washington State, and I am the rookie. So you know how rookies are; they get any odd job that no one else wants, and with this crew, it's amazing. So buckle up; we're going to have a great learning experience tonight.
We are going to start with a message here, and it is a message that was literally made 5 minutes before we got together online. And here is that message. Hello, Lions. My name is Lion Daniel Marnie Elkins, and it's an honor to be here with you today. We are living in a time of unprecedented change, a time driven by technology, where artificial intelligence is transforming how we live, work, and connect with one another. But this AI revolution isn't just about algorithms and data. It's about innovation, creativity, and finding new ways to serve our communities. Imagine harnessing AI to help us recruit new members, improve service delivery, and connect globally in ways we've never done before. It's time we combine imagination and innovation to use technology to enhance the real-world impact of our service. Lions Clubs International has always been about forward-thinking service. And now we stand at the crossroads of tradition and technology. By embracing AI, we open the door to fresh ideas, new solutions, and endless possibilities that can strengthen our mission of service for generations to come. So let's explore this re-evolution together. The service organization that masters AI will be the one that lasts forever, for all of time. This is one of the greatest evolutions in technology and how technology can be used to augment the work that we do. AI is the future. It's the next evolution of humanity. No, we will not be replaced by robots. But as a very wise friend of mine told me a couple of years ago, this 19-year-old who's a cryptocurrency, AI sort of programmer and genius, said, the next evolution of humanity has occurred. And I said, are robots going to replace us? No. But someone who uses AI to augment their workflow will be more efficient and might just replace you at your job. So what, in fact, are some of the concerns with AI? Because I know they're out there. As we posted this very training, we had people expressing different concerns about AI. And I just wanted to address two of the main ones very quickly. One is about environmental and energy use. The amount of energy that the databases for AI produces is extremely massive. And this is a true thing. There is nothing that we as individuals can do to stop that evolution and stop that increasing. So I advocate for the use of AI so we can recruit more people as Lions who care about the environment that can then help to offset in other ways. The second is about ethical concerns. People are sometimes worried about, does AI equal plagiarism? Can it come up with new ideas? AI is limited by your imagination. And the AI GPT, which is a language learning model done by a company called OpenAI that we programmed our two apps in, has been as ethically trained as basically any AI can be. So it's just something to remember when you are using AI. Always put your own thought into it, and that's, I think, the very start of how we could best use some of these apps. So let's get in to this AI revolution. So there are two apps that have been put together and trained. They are free to use. The links are available at lionsvirtual.org. You will see Lion Map to Grow, and that's info you need to start and grow clubs, and Lions Market to Grow. And it's using your Lions Portal Service project to report a type in a project recap to generate marketing materials. And we're going to get into a live demonstration. So warning, this is officially a live demonstration here, and I would like to call Chris Wooters up on to the screen. Sir, if I could get you. And then we are going to start with the first app. And the first app of the two apps we are going to look at is Lions Market to Grow. And I will share my screen. And so, Chris, what are we about to do here?
So what we're about to do is one of the hardest things that we look at as far as the Lions is actually seeing how we actually look at our service projects that we put into the Lions portal and actually get something out of it. So what we work to do is we're going to look at 3 different service projects that we put in. And each one is different. There is one for myself that I put in, one for our club, and then one for our zone. That way we can see the different levels as far as how the different things that are there. So the first one that we have is here. So what we're going to do is we're going to select the Lions portal, all the information from there, and copy it and paste it.
Right.
So this right here. So you go up to the top. If you go up to the top right there, it says record type, all the way down to the bottom. So you're just going to pull it down there, copy and paste it from everything that you submitted to Lions portal. And then you're going to paste it into the Market to Grow. And all of a sudden it's going to start giving you a press release.
So very quickly, I just want to talk about what we just did here. So this app has been designed to take a service report from the Lions portal, and without any need of changing it, copy and paste directly from the Lions portal, paste it in to the Lions Market to Grow app, and it will take the information that you have reported and turn it into a press release. And this is based off of what Lion Chris sent me. It says Lions Club members assist Freedom Hill Horse Rescue in a day of care and compassion on September 22nd, 2024. And here, let me just, if I can bring in my screen just a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. Helped volunteer efforts at Freedom Hill Horse Rescue. This project, led by Lion Liz Wooters and her daughter, was a part of the club's ongoing commitment to community service, bringing together 6 volunteers for a hands-on day of support for the horses in need. Chris, in your service report, how many volunteers did you report?
6.
6. So it pulled that information out of the service report and then wrote it into a narrative. The volunteers started their day early, mucking stalls to provide clean, comfortable spaces for the horses. Following the essential cleaning tasks, they moved on to the grooming of the horses, ensuring their coats were healthy and maintained. Liz and her daughter also participated in offering vital care to each of the horse. This project exemplified the core values of Lions Club: community service, compassion, and making positive impact on both human and animal welfare. By the end of the day, the volunteers contribute a total of 12 hours of service. How many hours of service did you report, sir?
12.
12, benefiting over 100 people who support or are involved with the rescue. We are thrilled to see the bond between mother and daughter grow as they work side by side to help these animals, says Chris Wooters, Lions Club member and event coordinator. This event not only highlights the club's dedication to service, but also fosters a strong sense of community among our volunteers. Here's information about who you helped. Freedom Hill Horse Rescue, a vital organization in Southern Maryland, and provides care and rehabilitation for horses, offering them a second chance in life. And
that was not in the service report. So that was pulled out from AI and put in there.
Right. So they saw the name of the organization that you put in, you helped, and then they actually pulled in that information about that organization and wrote it into the press release. And then, of course, it says here, for information about how to get involved in Waldorf Lions Club and for future service events, please visit, and allows you to put in the website. So the second product it makes right away is a Facebook post, which takes all of that information that's in a press release, but then writes it in a way that could be added directly to a Facebook post. Now, keep in mind, we always recommend you posting a picture when you're posting a Facebook post. It keeps people engaged, and it's something that we like to highlight. So, Chris, could you actually take that and start posting on your club's Facebook? Because this is how quick a service report can turn into an outward marketing event. At the same time, it also does an Instagram post, and it does the breakdown of what you can post on Instagram. And it also makes a little quick social media poster in case you don't have anything. Now, I'll be honest, the AI digital art within this still needs some work. So it is oftentimes you look at it and go, that's nice, but I think I now have an idea for what I'd like to use. And then this is the interesting part at the very end. It asks you a question. Would you like a list of local media contacts to send the press release to? If so, please provide your location. Where are you located, sir?
Waldorf, Maryland.
Waldorf, there we go, Maryland. And that is all I have to enter. And it's searching for the local media news networks. And here you are, the Maryland Independent. There's the mailing address. There's the phone number. This is information about who they're owned by, who they serve, and it's a great option for community stories like yours. That's awesome. The Southern Maryland Chronicle, a digital publication covering Southern Maryland. You see, it gives you directly the places that you should reach out to do.
Daniel and Chris, there's an important question in the chat. Sorry to interrupt your flow, but the question is can you show us where and how you copied this data from the portal?
Absolutely. All it is, and Chris, if you want to talk about
it. You want to pull it up?
Perfect. And so we can show you, and that's great. It is essentially as easy as highlighting with your mouse or a trackball if you don't have a mouse, and hitting Control-C, Control-V. It's copy and pasting. On a phone, you can hold down your finger on it. You see what he just did there? He's selecting, and he's just pulling all the way down. And then he's hitting copy and pasting it directly into the app. And then it'll 1, 2, 3.
I'm sorry I did one. I got to start back over.
It's okay. But that shows a bit. There you are. It turned into it right away. So hopefully that answers your question. Now, we are going to go back to the app and just take a very quickly a second service report, because you did it at various different levels, and I just want to show it back to back. And so we are going to select a second one and just put it right in, same way that he just did. Okay. And we come out with another press release. So imagine if every service report that Lions did was used as a public facing marketing attempt through Facebook, Instagram, showing off our service, as well as something that was sent to the local newspapers. And you can just see here, it talks an entire, I mean, it's multiple paragraphs talking about a diabetes awareness and education and advocacy event that they did. It gives you a breakdown of how many service hours, right? So we are the world's best kept secret because we only report our service to ourselves.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. That's right. Report your service. So when I'm talking to clubs, I say there's a new step. So right now I'm training vice district governors as a group leader, and I say there's a new step when you talk to your clubs. It is plan your service, serve, report, promote. The moment you report, you then create everything that you need to have your own marketing for your service. So,
Dan, I'm going to
yes,
jump in here because there's a couple of key questions that I think will help keep everyone on the same page here. This is a really great question. Is it better to use the Lions Market to Grow app as opposed to using ChatGPT separately?
yes, because the GPT itself has been trained specifically. So I took a whole lot of information from the various different ways to train, the curriculum that's currently being used to train for new clubs, and then also multiple years of experience as a new club consultant, and took time to actually train the GPT to not need random prompts. It will walk you through it. And that's the most important thing, is to be able to be pulling specifically from a set, base of data set of information that is tailored specifically to what you are talking about. So that's a great question.
And once again, the apps that we have available, it's not an app that you download on your phone. This is simply going to lionsvirtual.org, and you can click on one of the two links that will get you on there. And then it's a simple, if you're using a Windows PC, using the Control-C to copy everything. You can actually use Control-A to select everything on your service page, and then use Control-C for copy and Control-V for paste, and it will actually, you paste everything in there and it will be fine, and it will automatically get everything on there.
And so that's a sort of a brief overview of what you can do with the Market to Grow. Now, if you want to get very specific, it will also say, let's design an Instagram post. Let's create a Facebook post to promote Lions service. So if you don't have a service report to use as the basis, it will actually also walk you through helping to create a message that is related to Lions, that's inspiring, and will hopefully contain all of the details of the work that you actually did in the community.
It's very important to realize that when you're talking to ChatGPT, you type in like you're talking to another person. So if you have a suggestion or you want to make a different thing in there, you can actually type in what you're talking to it, and it will automatically make the changes for you.
Yes. Essentially speaking, one of the most difficult things when you start to use AI is to know what's capable and possible with AI. So we've essentially created the guide rails that will help you in your learning how to interact with this tech. With that, though, I'd like to move on to Lions Map to Grow, which is the second app. And it's an app that guides Lions members in growing clubs by providing asset mapping, outreach, marketing, and SWOT analysis. And yes.
I'm sorry, before we jump in here, there's a number of novices. They're calling themselves novices, newbies, a number of other things in the chat. For those of you who want more information about how to control and copy things, we'll stay on after the official presentation is done to help you walk through it. For now, we'll show you the point and click. Don't focus on the copying. We'll get you there before we hang up tonight.
So there is no copying needed for this next section, which should make things a little bit easier. So we have Winster Ceballos, who is an area leader on the call with us. And as you all know, through the Mission 1.5, the Mission Possible, and our current initiative to try and charter clubs, grow members, help rebuild clubs, all of those things, membership is key. And as we have heard said before, spreading Lionism is the #1 service of Lions. And now there's an app for that. So Winster, as an area leader, where is one area in the places you have sort of oversight and are helping serve and lead and guide that you would like to see a club be put in?
I'm going to keep it local. And let's say Sparta, New Jersey.
Okay. So all you have to do, Lions Map to Grow, there's 4 buttons to start with. It is, where do you want to grow lions, is the step 1. The second one, which Lion Jody will talk about in a bit, is would you like to help creating a marketing plan? The third, we are going to call up a special guest who's in the audience, Lion Stephanie Odell, to talk about, and it's how to brainstorm potential partners to revitalize and build membership in an already existing club. And then last but not least, we have, would you like to practice your Lions recruitment pitch? So let's get started. And I'm just going to click on this button here. I have no idea what Winster is going to ask of this, but when you first start, it says, where do you want to grow lions? Please share the specific location you're interested in and let me know if you want to charter a new club or rebuild an existing one. This will help us identify opportunities and start building strategies tailored to the community. So you said Edison.
No, Sparta, Sparta. No, SPA,
Yep.
RTA, New Jersey.
Okay. And then all I have to do from there is then say new club.
Yes, new club.
If I want to rebuild an existing club, it is similar information from a different perspective. It's a lot of the same tools, but then it focuses on ways to revitalize instead of start from new. So here we go. New club, Sparta, New Jersey. And let's see. All right, let's start by gathering some key insights to help you grow lions in the area. Here are the demographics of Sparta. You got about 19,000 residents. The median age is approximately 45. The household's predominantly family-oriented with a high percentage of married couples and families, the education and the income level. So this gives you a good starting point. It then goes to asset mapping, potential partner organizations. For outreach and partnership opportunities, let's consider local organizations aligned with the Lions mission of service. Here's the Sparta Education Foundation. It tells you what the mission of that organization is. It tells you what the potential partnerships. It gives you some ideas of what you could partner with, collaborating on youth-focused initiatives like scholarships or mentorship programs. And then it has its contact information. And it continues to do that. This is the process called asset mapping, where you're looking at a community and you are identifying the assets that exist within that community that might be potentials for new membership growth. So we have the Sparta Historical Society. Okay, it tells you that these are well-regarded organization in the community. That's a great starting point. It then gives you a SWOT analysis. So the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats for growing a Lions Club growth in Sparta, New Jersey. So you are familiar with Sparta, New Jersey, yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Would you like to tell me if you think that these are true strengths, that it has a strong school system?
Yes.
That it is a high civic engagement?
Yes.
That it is an affluent community?
Yep.
Okay. Now, the weakness is busy lifestyles, yes?
Yeah, you can say that.
And then a limited visibility of service clubs.
Yes, because of their big area.
Yes. Okay. And it tells your opportunities. There's the partnership with local schools and organization, community events, and youth programs, where it's suggesting Lions Quest or Leo's clubs. And then, of course, the threats. Aging population, competing organizations. Now, Here we go to recruitment strategy, sir. Would you like to develop recruitment conversations based on what local residents are passionate about?
Sure.
Okay,
But-
well,
but-
do you want to hear the options, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Then it is practice recruiting by role playing a conversation where you pitch the value of Lions Club to a specific type of individual. Or here are your other options. I can help you develop an outreach strategy to connect with residents and potential members. This includes setting goals, target audiences, strategies to engage those audiences. And once we outline the plan, I can also help to craft you a specific outreach or emails. What would you like to dive deeper into, sir?
I have a question for you, Daniel. I know that community, the Hispanic community is growing fast in that area.
Yeah.
So do I need to go to Google and translate all this?
Oh, no, absolutely not. So let me just show you a very, very quick way I can do this. And let me just say, simple. Translate all of the above into Spanish. So it can do over 100 languages.
Great.
So for a total global organization, this is now a tool that can be used in any language. And this, when it comes to your press releases, when it comes to all of the things it's generating now. So this, for now, a native, Spanish speaker or Spanish as their first language, they can use this tool just like that. So do you mind if I translate it back into English?
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So which of those did you want to do? Did you want to do outreach plans or strategies?
Let's do an outreach plan.
Okay. And so who did you want to outreach to?
I saw that it says that the community is around the average age is 45. So let's say to a population between 35 and 50.
Okay. Let's create a outreach plan for members between, so you're saying the ages of 35 and
50.
All right, 35 members between the ages of 35 and 50. Okay. Professionals, parents, and individuals with established careers. Here's your goal. Recruit 10 to 15 new members aged 35 within 6 months. Here's how you want to establish partnerships with local businesses, increase awareness of Lions Club through target events and outreach campaigns. Here's your target audience overview. So what Winster talked about, the 35 to 50 age range is professionals, often balancing family and work responsibilities, parents with children in school who may be involved in school or extracurricular activities, and community-focused individuals interested in giving back through volunteerism. So here's the key messaging that it would recommend, focusing on community impact. So it literally gives him a sentence to try, make a difference in Sparta by joining a global network of leaders committed to service. It talks about networking leadership opportunities, which would you say, Winster, that young professionals are interested in those things?
Yes, sir, definitely.
Okay. So highlight how being a part of the Lions offers professional networking and leadership development opportunities. So expand your personal and professional network while making a positive impact. Family-friendly environment, flexibility and participation. And then it actually starts to give you outreach strategies, because it's not enough just to have a plan for those people. How do you actually have an event that will bring those people out to it? Family-friendly service days, networking events for professionals, right? Partner with local businesses or the Sparta Chamber of Commerce for greater visibility. Ooh, I like this one. Collaborate with local gyms, coffee shops, and businesses. Join Lions and get a discount. I love it. Online and social media presence, it'll talk a little bit about that. And that's what we will be transitioning into next. It talks about LinkedIn and places. These are all places that age range is using. The fact that it mentions LinkedIn it's incredible. Here's your email campaign, and here's a timeline with the follow-up plan. Here's how you do your success metrics. So would you like help crafting some social media posts, emails, or event invitations?
Go ahead. Yep.
Okay. So this is a social media post. It is, you guys remember those choose your own adventure storybooks back in the day? This is what that is. It is a choose your own adventure to chartering Lions clubs, where you can put in responses and it will prompt you every time of a way for you to start to think outside of the box and try new ideas. And so it literally is putting together the types of photos, suggestions you can have, captions that will call and speak to people in that age range. And so, Winsor, do you think this tool will be helpful to you as an area leader?
Extremely helpful. And not only just for me, for everybody else in the area.
Yes. For those of you who are involved in developing action plans within your district for membership, so GMT, GET, VDG, district governor, and in fact, each and every single Lion, because it's going to take all of us, you might want to take a look at your own club's recruitment plan and put it into this, because it's the same thing when revitalizing in a club. And with that, if we could bring up Stephanie. Hello, Lion Stephanie.
Hi.
Excellent. Could you tell everybody who you are, where you're from?
Hi, I am Lion Stephanie Odell. I am from the Camas Lions Club in Washington State, and I'm an associate member of the Washougal Lions Club.
Excellent. So we are going to use this app for a moment to talk about how to grow membership and help rebuild a club in your area. What area would you like to rebuild or add members to a club?
Actually, I'm starting the process to help rebuild the Washougal Lions Club. Okay, so do I click this button?
Yes, right there. Click that button. And this is the neat thing, because we are showing someone how to use this live. So,
okay.
All right.
I say I want to do Washougal,
Washington.
Washington.
And then so you need to put, are you interested in charting a new club or rebuilding an existing one? It'll ask you that question.
Rebuilding.
Yep.
Hi.
So it begins to give you the types of things that it will go in, and then it breaks it down. So if you begin to scroll down, it'll start to give you the information. And like I said, there's many similarities between the tools necessary for charting a new club and rebuilding an old one. But this actually starts to talk about very specifically the areas of opportunity to get more people involved. So it takes a service aspect. And service is one of the greatest ways to increase membership. So it starts suggesting potential areas. And then would you like to delve deeper into any of these aspects, or should I move on to asset mapping and identify potential partners?
Potential partners.
All right, just put in potential partners. It begins to list the local nonprofits and organizations that have a mission that aligns with Lions International's mission, and begin the why to partner with them. And I love that they list the library, because that is one of the great resources in many communities that are perfect for helping to revitalize Lionism. So she is now asking, what are some of the upcoming events with these partners? Because it will tell you, it says, do you want to help draft outreach letters or set up meetings? But you want
No, I'm just going to go to them, to their events.
evangelist method of bringing Lionism to them. Well, here you go. The Friends of Columbia have a guided hike outings. The Chamber of Commerce has an event, Where Are We Wednesday? The school district has the regular board meetings. So if you wanted to get involved in education initiatives, raise awareness about Lions Quest.
All right.
How to contact partners.
How to contact partners.
And then it'll give you the information. So if you were to write outreach letter to pick one that you want to try and do outreach to.
East County Family Resource Center.
Okay, so just put that in and put outreach.
Right. Outreach to East County Family Resource Center.
Exploring partnership opportunities. Dear, put in the person's name. I hope this message finds you well. My name is Stephanie Odell, and I'm reaching out on behalf of the Lions Club as we work towards rebuilding our presence in the Washougal community. We're eager to connect with organizations like the East County Family Resource Center, whose commitment to supporting local families through essential services aligns closely with our mission to serve communities. We believe there are many potential synergies between our two organizations, especially in areas like food security, family support, and health initiatives. The Lions Club has a long history of organizing community outreach programs, from food drives to health screenings, and we would love to explore ways we can collaborate to amplify the positive impact on families in Washougal and East Clark County. I'd welcome the opportunity to meet with you and your team to discuss how we can support your ongoing efforts as well as brainstorm new initiatives we could launch together. Please let me know if you would be available for a meeting in the coming weeks. I'm happy to work around your schedule. Thank you for all the critical work you're doing for our community. I look forward to the possibility of partnering together to enhance the support and resources available to local families. So
I am using that.
Yes.
I'm gonna just go send that right now.
That's good. That's what we want to hear. Well, and I would love to follow. So if you can post on Facebook in the Global Lions Forum, moving forward for all of us here, we'd like to track your efforts in rebuilding the Lionism there, working on these initiatives. I will tell you, as the executive director of a nonprofit that does work in the community, if I got that letter, I'd be on the phone with you booking a meeting tomorrow. Because
we want to help you.
That's exactly right. You're reaching out and saying, so that is the app when it comes to doing specifically rebuilding. But we have some other things that are a part of it that we can show you in an instant. Lion Jody, will you show us how to use the Lions Map to Grow app to design a marketing plan?
So part of the beauty of all this from a marketing standpoint is this piece is fantastic. Not many of us have a marketing background or a PR background or communications background that'll allow us to quickly and easily create anything. And even if you have a traditional background, it takes a bit of time. So I'm going to click on the second link here, which I hope you can see. The first was about where do you want to grow Lions? Let's find opportunities. The second is, would you like help creating a marketing plan for, and when I click on that, it says, I'd love to help you create a marketing plan for your Lions Club. Let's start by identifying some key details to build a strong, tailored message. Who am I trying to reach? What are our goals? What platforms are you interested in? And then it says, once we have these details, we can start crafting a focused marketing plan that will highlight your club's unique activities. So I come from this place called Madison, Wisconsin, go Badgers. And I want to add new members. I'm putting a comma in between each of these answers. I want to do Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Oopsie. And growing membership is my goal. So I typed in answers to all of those questions. I'm going to hit enter, and it's going to start processing. It says, great, you're focused on growing membership in Madison, Wisconsin using Facebook. It just repeats everything. It then comes in and it starts breaking this down as to who our target audience should be. In this case, looking at young professionals, community-minded individuals, retirees, and goes on. It comes in and it talks about goals of growing membership by showcasing the Lions' impact in Madison. Highlight service projects to connect with people passionate about community improvement. Showcase networking opportunities for professionals interested in leadership or service. So these are the goals that it's recommending for me. It then gives me platform-specific strategy. And platforms are things like the social media channels we just looked at, which are Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And for each one of these, it gives an overview of what the platform's strength is. And then it goes through and talks about what kind of stories you're going to tell, your hashtags, collaborations. LinkedIn talks about professional appeal. It goes through the entire marketing plan, basically. It gives you content ideas on what you might want to put in there. And as you get further along, it again gives you a timeline. As you go down further, it asked me, would you like me to help with specific post examples or event promotion ideas for any of these platforms? And I'm going to pick one platform just to make it quicker. And I'm going to pick Facebook since most of us are familiar with Facebook. So I would like post examples for Facebook. So I'm typing in post examples, Facebook, if I can hit the right letter. And you'll see in just a moment here, it gives some tailored Facebook examples, a testimonial post from our members. Why did I join Lions Club? It then goes through and gives some idea of what the images or videos you're going to want to use are. It then creates a service project highlight post. In the text, the headline is Lions in Action, Improving Madison's Green Spaces. It talks about a park cleanup in this case and invites people to your next meeting. It gives a sample event promotion post that is interested in giving back. Join us at our next club meeting. It goes through and creates all of these pieces for us that are quick and easy for us to be able to adapt. One of the things we haven't really touched on with what we've talked about yet is this ChatGPT spits out great answers, but they may not be spot on. You can go in, you can copy this content out, and I'll show you where that is on this page right now because I know people were asking about it. Let me scroll down to the bottom of it. This icon right here, you'll see there's an audio icon to have everything read aloud. If you mouse over this, it says copy. If I click on copy, it is now copied everything that's been before this, and I'm able to paste it into a Word file or any place else I'd like to use it. So we can walk through that for those of you who aren't familiar with that later, but you can copy it out and drop it in. So it gives you all the information you need for a generic post. You can then ask it to do specific posts if you have specific items you're doing. If you have a specific event, you have specific details. The more information you give to the app, the closer the final product will be to the results you're looking for. So it's a very powerful app for you to be able to create these marketing posts with simply just saying what you're looking to do at the very beginning of it. Daniel, did you have anything you wanted to add to the marketing window that I missed?
Yes, I did actually. So very quickly, can you write, create a month-long content strategy plan or an 8-month-long Facebook content strategy plan?
Just for those that aren't familiar with this terminology, a content strategy plan is basically telling you what to post and when to post it.
So this will tell you, give you an idea of what to post. So we're not continually posting pictures of us, receiving awards or dinner meetings, or we are posting things that are actually, make people inspired to want to join Lions. And also it's community engagement back and forth. And that's, I think, a very important part. Judd, if you want to talk about it.
Yeah, I was just going to read that, Daniel, for you. As you said that, I was seeing it right here. Day 3 on Wednesday of the post that's recommending is a community question, an engagement post that Daniel was just talking about. Ask your followers what local causes they care about. So the question would be, what's the biggest issues facing Madison today? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Comment below and let's talk about how we can work together to make a difference. And you put a text-based graphic or photo of Madison in as the image with that post.
And as you will note, it continues the content specifically for the place that she was working on and promoting in on top of it. So it's well worth taking a look at and thinking about use of it on a club level in your own town, as well as a district and then beyond. Now let's look at one more feature that's been trained into our GPT model: how to use it to practice recruiting. Jody, were you willing to come and quick do some role play with me here?
Hi, Daniel. I'd love to.
Sure. So we're going to practice our recruitment pitch, and one of the things that past President Brian Sheehan and Second Vice President Mark Lyon did extremely well at the Mission 1.5 summit, and I believe it's happening all around the world. They are doing actual recruitment practice and talking about how do you approach another human and convince them to join Lions. And so at the end here, it says, want to practice your Lions Club recruitment pitch. I'd love to help you practice your Lions Club recruitment pitch to make this as effective as possible. I'll tailor the scenario to the type of person you want to recruit. Could you tell me a bit about the type of person you have in mind? Are they a business leader, a young professional, a retiree, or a community volunteer, or someone else? Who would you like to recruit, Jody?
Let's recruit some young professionals today.
Okay, so all I have to do is type in young professional. Well, and I don't even have to spell it right. So it gives you a scenario. All right, do you want to test the line, Jody?
Test the line?
Yeah, right.
So I'll be you and you be them?
Well, yeah, sure. I'll read the them parts. Let's just go through this initial, because right away it assumes that you may not know what to start with. So it gives you an example before we get into the role play. So if you read the you and I'll be them.
All right. Hi, I know you're busy with your career, but I want to talk to you about an opportunity to make a real difference in our community. Have you ever heard of Lions Clubs?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I don't really know much about what you do.
Well, we are a global service organization, but on the local level, we focus on things like supporting families in need, environmental projects, and offering career development programs for youth. I know you're passionate about growing your professional skills and giving back, so I think you'd find real value in being part of something like this.
It sounds interesting, but I'm really busy. I got a lot on my plate. How do you balance it?
Well, I get it, man. What's great about the Lions Club is that we work as a team. So it's not all on you. You can contribute at a level that makes sense with your schedule, whether that's helping organize an event, leveraging your skills for marketing outreach, or just showing up to help at key projects when you're available. It's a great chance to connect with other driven professionals while also making a positive difference.
Okay, that sounds doable. What's the next step?
I'd love to invite you to our next meeting. It's informal, and you can meet other professionals who are part of the club. You'll get a feel for the projects we're involved in and see if they align with your interests. What do you think?
Hey, sounds pretty good. Now, interestingly enough, when you talk young professional versus a young person, if you had put just a young person, it would not be inviting you to a meeting first. It would be inviting you to a service project. But it is identified that we're talking to someone who's interested in networking and building. And that's actually the perfect type of person to invite to a meeting. It then goes into some key tips here that talks about highlighting professional growth opportunities, addressing time concerns, because they are very busy. Link their personal passions to service, and then you stress the community aspect. Now, would you like to try this scenario yourself? I can play the role of a young professional and you can practice your pitch. So yes, here we go. All right, I'll play the role of a young professional in their 30s working in marketing, and you can pitch joining the Lions Club. Feel free to begin when you are ready. What would you say?
Before I do this, I want to point out to everyone on the call, for years we've had this elevator speech concept. We've had all of these things where we start out, all we talk about, we're 1.4 million members, yada, yada, yada. The reality is, if by working with this, if you're looking to grow your club, by working with this app to actually train yourself and get comfortable with this, it's a huge game changer for us. This is prompting me on how to do it. So in this case, okay, I'm playing the role of the Lions Club person. And so I'm supposed to start out with, it is fantastic to meet you today. Would love to hear more about your job and what your interests are in changing the community.
So it says, great to meet you too. You know, I've always been interested in supporting causes that help local businesses and youth. I think it's important to give back, but with my job and everything, I haven't really found the time to get involved. What about you? I just want to note what Jody said was a great way to open the conversation. So it started with a question. If Jody had said something else, and let's just quickly use our Wayback Machine to change what Jody said and to say, our Lions Club needs members. We need help selling pancakes. Sorry.
It'll figure it out. It's smart.
Yeah, pancakes. There you go. You see? Got it. That's a direct and practical approach, but let's refine it to make more appealing to young professionals' interests and values. Here's a suggestion. Hi, I know you're super busy, but I wanted to share an opportunity that might align with your interests. We're organizing a community pancake breakfast to raise funds for local families in need, and we could really use some extra hands. Have you thought about getting involved in community service or joining a group like the Lions Club? So that takes even just an invitation to doing fundraising, which is important. Nothing we do is possible grant-wise and all of that without the fundraising. So it's great to be able to know that we can use that approach too. So this will work for your traditional Lions Club as well as a new specialty club. The idea is that it is just about getting people who care about giving back to their community. So I haven't really heard about Lions Club. What is it all about? What would you say, Jody?
Well, it's really about whatever you want it to be. Our club is about finding the needs in the community and how people want to serve and bringing those together. What are your interests?
Something with our interests. What are you interested in? You do not have to be an expert at spelling. I love that fact.
Or typing.
That's a great way to open the conversation and connect it to their personal interests. Here's how I might respond. So as you see, you can walk through recruitment practices. This might be a fun game to sit around and play. Open up your phones at the next break at a cabinet meeting and have everybody sit around and practice recruiting someone. So that is one of the things that the app can do. And I just want to show you here. At the very top, you'll see the name of the app, and then you'll see a new chat. That's how you can instantly go back. Just right at the top is a new chat. And the final piece, yes.
Just quickly, as long as you're already showing that, can you scroll down on the side of your page? People, if you were talking, so there were some questions in the chat about, does it save what you've worked on? Daniel's been busy today in the app, as you can see, because there's a lot of different things here, but it saves it by the name of what you were working on and what it was. So you can easily pull it back up again, and you can access it again, not only to look at it, but you can change it up or add new questions to it. So it's a very powerful storage system for you as well.
Yes. And you just have to have an account. Now, it's the free profile. Now, some of you are discovering the free profile is limited to the amount of times you can use the app per day. I strongly recommend that you consider finding a way to write the $20 a month to use the Pro app into your club's budget or your district budget, or why don't you apply for a marketing development grant from LCI for your district and put in that as a part of one of the costs of what your grant is going to do, or marketing grants. Those are all things that could quite easily cover the cost to be able to have access to use this whenever you want. So I do want to just show the final piece of this, which is brainstorming potential partners. Chris, let's talk about partners in Maryland. Where would you like to look for partners? Hey, is there anything coming up in your multiple district in the next couple of years that it might be good to have partners for?
Exactly. So we have the International Convention coming to DC in 2027. So it would be great to find partners in Washington, DC.
Okay. And what are the dates for the 2027 convention so everybody can start booking their tickets now?
July 3rd through the 7th, 2027.
So we're going to look at Washington, D.C.
July 4th in Washington, D.C. on Convention Day. Can't get much better.
All right. Asset mapping for Washington, D.C. United Way of the National Capital Area. Bread for the City. Health and Wellness. Capital Area Food Bank, Youth and Education, the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Washington. And it all talks about your partnership potential, their mission, the District of Columbia Public Schools, civic and advocacy organizations. So the Greater Washington Urban League, the National Coalition for Homelessness, the Environment and Sustainability, so Casey Trees, the Watershed Society. Would any of these organizations align with the Lions Club's goals in Washington, D.C.? Or do you want to explore specific areas or other types of partnerships? How would you like to proceed, sir?
Let's actually look to, I want to see if it will pick up on a term that's used in this area, expand to coverage in DMV, which is DC, Maryland, and Virginia.
In DMV area?
DMV.
Yeah, I got you.
Let's see what it actually comes up with. There you go. Mike really knows that. Wow.
Mm-hmm. So it gives you a bigger list of places. And so of that initial list, what do you think it might be good to have a partnership with?
Let's go with the Boys and Girls Club, Clubs of Greater Washington.
Okay. Okay, a partner plan for Boys and Girls Club, Greater Washington. It gives you the mission statement and what they do to help boys and girls of all backgrounds, especially those who need it most, build confidence, develop character, and acquire the skills they need to succeed in life. So, Chris, do Lions have any programs that might help them with that?
Lions Quest would be great.
Okay. Mentorship and life skills development. Well, look at that. Life skills workshops, mentorship programs, positive impact, how you can impact with the schools, health and wellness, community and service impact. It gives you a step-by-step that any one of these points I could expand upon and say, I want to look more about the initial meeting. Let's talk about collaborative events. Here are the potential long-term impact. So you said you wanted to do Lions Quest?
Yes.
Propose using Lions Quest to the Boys and Girls Club. Well, look at that. It gives you an overview of Lions Quest. Lions Quest is a comprehensive youth development program offered by Lions Clubs International. It focuses on social emotional learning, character education, drug and bullying prevention, and community service. Through Lions Quest, young people build important life skills such as responsible decision-making, conflict resolution, empathy, and positive relationships, all while promoting a sense of community engagement. Why Lions Quest? And it'll tell you all of the reasons one should potentially use Lions Quest. Here are the objectives for a proposal for Lions Quest integration. The program components that it talks about, character education, service learning, substance abuse and bullying prevention. And here is an implementation plan that you are proposing. Here's training and support, evaluation, feedback. Let's highlight the partnership's benefits for them. Talk about sustainability and growth, and also funding opportunities so that we can get grants to cover for it. Here's your initial step. And it says, let's draft a formal outreach letter, because it says, would you like to move forward with drafting a formal outreach letter? And much like the letter that was written to help rebuild the club that Stephanie was working on, here is a very specific letter. Do you see? It actually gives you the name of the president and CEO of the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Washington, and puts it in with the address that you need to mail this to. There's some places where it says, put in your name, put in your role, and it has an entire proposal letter that details the summary of all the things we talked about. If, as the executive director of a nonprofit that works with youth, if I received a letter that had this as the introduction and included the body of reasons why we should partner, I would have a meeting scheduled with Chris literally the next week to try and see how my community center could benefit from this. So the apps are a starting place. And it still requires you to go out and follow through with each of these steps. I do want to show you a couple of sort of final thoughts here and things that you might want to think about as we go forward. The only limit is your imagination. There will be people who use this app that use it 10 times better than I ever could, because you think of things that I never could. The best part is the app learns. And if you are coming up with innovative ways to recruit people or suggesting good lines or ways to partner, other Lions will benefit from that. It's the ability to unlock our true potential. I want to show you where AI can go, because I used the translate function within this to do something interesting. This is a video 100% produced by AI. There is nothing real in this video, including my voice. It is a clone of my voice that I wrote out the text. This is a commercial that was made in less than 3 hours that you can use to help market Lions. Imagine a world where neighbors become heroes, where unity turns dreams into reality. At Lions International, we make that world possible, one act of kindness at a time. Every community needs a helping hand, and Lions are there to lift each other up. From bustling cities to tight-knit neighborhoods, we serve with love, care, and imagination. We rebuild, we renew, we restore hope. We build safe spaces for children to dream and grow. We empower the next generation to lead. We make our mark because we believe service leaves a legacy. Every day, in every corner of the world, Lions are making an impact, large and small. We serve not for recognition, but for the difference we make. Together, we serve our communities, and together, we can serve the world. Lions International, where your heart meets the world. Join us and let's serve together. So I used Lions Market to Grow to write the script for that commercial. I asked for an outreach plan and I said, design me a 60-second commercial complete with a scene shot and a voiceover. And then I used that and other AI tools to then generate. But the great thing, and this is where we talk about this global organization. Imagine un mundo en el que los vecinos se conviertan en héroes. This is me speaking Spanish. I do not speak the language. Yet that is clearly me communicating and promoting Lionism in Spanish. Every single Lion video ever made can now be translated instantly so that the entire world can understand our message. The process of translation is so good that I had a meeting with a vice district governor from Malawi this afternoon. I did not know what language they spoke in Malawi, and it's called Chichewa. And in the time it took for me to have a conversation with him, Imaganizira ni jiko lomwe anzatu amakalangwazi. I translated the commercial into his native tongue. This technology could give us marketing materials that would be able to reach any corner of the world. Subtitles are nice, but there's nothing better than hearing the message in the language you identify as your own. After what we learned today, I think we'd all agree that AI and innovative technology is the language we need to learn the most right now. And that brings us to an end of the official training. Thank you so much for taking the time to dream and Imagineer with us. We are Lions Virtual, Lions helping Lions.